What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Hero or Zero. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking one comic book character, as we do every single week. We talk their good points and their bad points, so we generally just give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. As always, I am joined by my best pal, a man who is full of energy and not at all sleepy on a Friday afternoon, Mr. Sean Mead. Sean, how's it going?
I think I'm the tiredest anyone has ever been today, Connor. I can't explain it.
What about those people that do 48-hour stay awake live streams or something?
Oh yeah, but I had a poor night's sleep, Connor, and that can't be remedied.
What are you thinking about, bud? What's going on?
Wasn't thinking about anything. I got an ear piercing, so I can't sleep on the side of my head that I usually sleep on.
So it was your own fault.
So, no, fully self-inflicted, fully deserved. But everyone feel bad for me, please.
You know what you probably couldn't sleep was with the excitement shot. The excitement that
of the Saturday show.
It was literally hanging there, and you wouldn't even fucking take it. It was
sleep deprived, man. What am I to do?
Our listener hangout, our Patreon /listener hangout is happening tomorrow, 1:30 Irish time. All the invites have been sent out, so if you've not received an invite, if you're not on the guest list, just email us or message us on Detective Divilman's discussion group or on Twitter, on Instagram, and we will send that invite out last minute. But the invites are sent. What it is just basically, we all just jump on a call, Google Meet call, and we just kind of hang out for an hour and a half and just talk shit.
Have a bit of a chat. We usually rank movies or TV shows, like we've done the Marvel movies, we've done Christmas movies. Thinking DC movies for tomorrow.
I think DC might be the one that we choose for our sins. We might between all of us, we'll have to rank all the movies, and I'm sure we'll get a continuous complete in sync in opinions as always.
Oh yeah, there's going to be no arguments at all on the call. It's going to be fantastic.
If you want to know how well the last one went, the Incredible Hulk was in number 1 tier.
I did that as a joke. I think it ended up as a high C or a low B. I can't remember.
It's still too high. Too high. But
totally
Sean,
valid.
Hero or Zero this week. Now, I feel that your last few weeks of Hero or Zero, and I don't want to come in too strong, shit shows. Wow. Absolute shit shows.
Wow. No, it's been chaos that I've barely navigated my way through, Connor.
And so, what unfortunately has happened this week, I say unfortunately, is our old friend Kieran has got back in touch on Instagram.
Whoa,
and he recommended a character. Back again. Now, if you remember, a few months ago, he recommended Kyle Rayner to us here on the show. And I love when people recommend characters just because it shows that there's a bit of interest, and I love doing research on maybe characters I haven't done before. So Kyle Rayner, I should mention I do DC characters, Sean does Marvel characters.
You're familiar with the format at this point.
You've been here before, I think. But yeah,
if you haven't been here before, leave a like and a review, please, on whatever podcast platform you're listening on. Fucking got that one.
He's back. Yes.
I'm back in the game, boys.
But Kieran has come back in with one of the worst ideas I've ever seen in my life. I don't want to put the man down, but he's absolutely ruined my day and probably all of yours now, because Kyle Rayner, he's my favourite Green Lantern. Very excited when it was recommended. I was like, can't wait, going to be a good report. What Kieran has now decided to do was turn the tables. Kyle Rayner was too easy, so he has recommended everyone's favourite Green Lantern, Chip. Sean, do you know who Chip is?
Is he one of the Rescue Rangers with his brother Dale?
It's not even spelled Chip. It's CH apostrophe P.
Chip.
Chip. Now, Chip, he is an interesting character. He was during the weird 80s and came along in the weird 1982 era. Then Crisis on Infinite Earths happens. And just, they don't know what to do with this weird fucking little animal who's also a Green Lantern. Now, I would like you to look up an image of Chip, if you will. I'm going to call him Chip from now on, just for the easiness of maybe pronouncing things, and also I'll definitely fall over myself on a sentence or two.
DC. What? Jesus. Is this a squirrel? It's a squirrel wearing a Green Lantern suit.
So, look, this character is outright, just so badly done. And I'm going to try, we're all going to just huddle in, we're going to blame Kieran, and just everyone agree he's a bastard, and we're just going to try and get through this report resembling some sort of sense.
What willpower does a squirrel have?
So Chip comes from a planet called Helven, which is inhabited by a race of intelligent beings resembling cartoon Earth animals, Sean.
No, back up. So they're all cartoons. Like, it's not just that Chip is in a comic book. They're cartoons in their world.
Yes.
What the fuck?
His sector was invaded by an evil character, Sean, known as Dr. Oobsk.
How many apostrophes are in that one?
UB''X.
Oh, he sounds evil.
And his crabster army. A lot of this is going to make you feel like you've not read one comic in your whole life. You're going to be very confused. Just bear with me, okay?
Yeah, this is how it feels to describe comics to someone, I imagine.
Yeah, this is like talking like Batman comic books, but to someone who doesn't like read any comic books.
Yeah, like telling my grandmother about it.
So the evil Doc, he succeeded. So he succeeded in killing off all of the Green Lantern who was designated to that area of space, of the galaxy. And what he decided to do was, because the Green Lantern who protected the area, he's dead. The Doc's like, I'm going to call him the Doc, by the way, because I'm not going to pronounce Dr. Ubix every time. He decides now's the time he's going to overtake everything. Chip's predecessors was murdered, right? And he had not yet chosen someone to receive his ring and take his place when he died. So, the Guardians are left with no Green Lantern in Sector 1014.
Oh, however will they recover, Connor?
As the leader of Helven's rebellion, Helven is the place, remember it's the name of the planet.
That's the planet
I'm going to have to keep reminding people of shit.
The Cartoon Network of the universe.
As the leader of the planet's rebellion, Chip was eventually caught. He was the leader, right? And
What's
he was
rebelling
sentenced to
against?
death. Rebelling against the Doctor, because he's coming in overtaking the whole planet.
Ah, right. Surely everyone's on board with that then.
What, the evil guy coming in and overtaking everyone?
Most of the planet is part of the rebellion, I would say. But Chip is
Chip's the leader.
Uno, the head honcho.
He's the numero uno cartoon character.
He is the spark that lights the fire that burns down the First Order. Okay.
That is exactly what he is. That's where they got that sentence from. So he is leading the rebellion and he gets caught and sentenced to death. While awaiting his sentence, one of the Guardians of the Universe, who they're the people that choose the Green Lanterns, they visited him in prison and asked him to join the Green Lantern Corps. So they're like, you have proven yourself as a very wise and noble little hamster, little weasel, little fucker, and we think that you could protect this whole sector. We think you have the chutzpah, kid.
So they get the Green Lanterns get a choice, like they can say yes or no to this, can they?
Yeah, I suppose, but I suppose if the Guardians of the Universe come to you, you're like, okay, cool.
And if you're also like currently sentenced to death, you're probably going to take the magic ring.
I'll take the chair, please. Yeah. Thank you. Take your fucking ring out of here.
Yeah, this might be too grim. Do they go into the details of how he's going to be executed?
No, of course they don't.
Is it a guillotine situation?
What are you talking? No, what they were going to do, they were going to strap him down to a table, tie rope around all of his arms and his legs, right?
Keep going.
And then attach the other end of the ropes to cars and just drive in 4 different directions.
My God.
God. It was really... And nobody knew where cars came from on that planet, but it was really vicious.
Thing about that method of execution, I feel for maybe 2 to 3 seconds it would feel really good. Where just your back is finally cracked.
You actually go out with a high.
Yeah.
Oh,
class, very relaxing, and then dead.
Too far.
Dial it back.
So acting as the Green Lantern for his sector, Chip kept his civilian identity a secret from his girlfriend, Minnie. That is M''NN''E, Sean.
She's taking the piss there.
Taking the fucking piss, so Minnie is. And his best friend, Dill. D''LL. His adventures as Green Lantern...
Wait. So I think I'm seeing the pattern here. All of the I's are replaced with apostrophes.
Yes.
So Minnie, Chip, Dill. So it's YIKES then is the bad guy, the bad doctor.
Fuck me.
Now, see how I just deduced that there now.
Your mind's working today, lad. You said you were tired.
Trap. Hasn't been oiled in many years.
It's your smartest moment. Your parents would be so proud trying to explain this to them. So there's this Dr. YIKES, right? Yeah. You're not going to get with this.
Dad, get through the first 10 minutes and then you're going to be really proud of me.
So his adventures as a Green Lantern included multiple battles against Dr. YIKES, as well as other local villains, Sean. And these are some of my favourite things to ever cover in every report. Local villains from terrible comic books. We've got Battle Beaver, the Mole Patrol, Chick Fury and his Eagle Scouts, and the terrible By-Ghoul Bears.
Just all cartoon animals.
Yes.
How much damage are they doing? Like, how threatening are these enemies?
I could only assume the terrible By-Ghoul Bears, mass murderers. I think probably just viciously killing people.
Well, that's like, See, I know, like, I don't know a huge amount about Green Lanterns. Most of my knowledge comes from what we've talked about on this show.
But you know Kilowog?
I know Kilowog. Best friends with him. But wasn't there a thing that, like, and I might be jumping ahead, but isn't there like a lantern group that's like, it's like death? So what if the squirrel got one of those fucking rings? Would he just be a evil death squirrel?
You mean a Black Lantern?
A Black Lantern, that's the one.
Yeah, so that happened during Brightest Day, Darkest Night, that storyline. That's years later. This is still 1982 at this point.
Okay, so they still have the whole road ahead of Chip here.
They just have a whole universe of... They just have space, and they've got Hal Jordan and John Stewart and Kyle Rayner, and they're like, well, what if one of them was a fucking massive pig? Kilowog, cool. Okay, what if one's a cartoon hamster? I don't know, let's fucking try it.
Because in the 80s, alien just meant animal, but like on two legs.
Exactly. So in space, Chip defeated the pirate crew of the Blackheart Pogo, who I think I threw that in just because there was a pirate.
Back in a big way.
He also served with the other Green Lanterns on many occasions, including the defeat of the Anti-Green Lantern Corps, a great name.
What's the Anti-Green Lantern Corps?
Just they were the opposite. So
they have no fucking willpower, like.
No, they just didn't have the fight for them.
It's a very short rebellion that they led.
They immediately, if there's one setback, they just give up.
They just fold straight away.
Word. Genuinely, it's not word, lads. So Dr. YIKES eventually discovers Chip's secret identity and engineered a plot to defeat the Green Lantern once and for all. He kidnaps Chip's girlfriend Minnie and threatens to feed her to the By-Ghoul Bears unless Chip surrenders his ring. Chip did as he was ordered, Sean. So far, he's given up the ring. He's like, I don't want to be a lantern if you're going to harm my best gal, Minnie. That's what he says. I think that's an exact quote.
That's exactly how he speaks, yeah. Why doesn't he just make, I don't know, a big gun out of the Green Lantern ring and shoot him to death?
I've never understood why they're ever in danger.
Yeah. Like, you can just create a thing that has... that does the exact job that you need it to do.
It's the ultimate MacGuffin. The ultimate MacGuffin is only one thing will ever stop. Well, I can create that one thing just out of my imagination. So I suppose, unless you don't have a very fruitful imagination.
Well, that's the thing. And maybe, is it like that you need to know exactly how it works in order to make it work?
Maybe. Kind of but I mean, you would just like do a big gun or a big hammer.
Big hammer. Yeah,
hammer.
If a big hammer comes down on you, you're not doing much, are you?
An even bigger bear, and just have the imaginary bear like eat him to death.
Yeah. And then another bear to do that one.
And then a little girl who eats all the porridge of the bears that you've created, and then ultimately your first bears eat the little girl.
Does Goldilocks get out in the story?
She doesn't mind, Sean. I don't know. I suppose it depends how far you read. She's having a great old time for the first little bit.
Oh, the first half of that book, she's fucking living the high life. I read one story, and I think she like jumped out a window and broke her leg. I think that was her punishment for all the things that went on. Yeah, she's jumped out a second-story window in the bear's house and broke her leg.
So now that would make her very easy to track down for 3 bears ready to eat.
They're ravenous at this point.
Someone's eating all their porridge. You're limping away. That's a horror movie ready to be shot.
You're bleeding. Like, they have the scent now.
They can smell a drop of blood in the forest from 500 miles away. Is that a shark?
And Baby Bear has a ring and he can make a gun.
They never get us to do child stories.
I know, it's
really weird.
It's a market we haven't gotten into yet.
So Ubix is like, right, you give up the ring, I'll give you back your best gal Minnie, right? Chip is like, cool, I'll give you the ring. But after he hands it over, he left a command in the ring ordering it to never obey Ubix.
Genius.
Cleverly, it's the classic switcheroo. He Uno reversed him, and then eventually Ubix gets defeated. Sean, it's one of the worst storylines I've ever heard. But once again, there's not a lot on Chip, so I'm just covering any stories I can get my hands on at this point.
That's any paragraph that happens to be on the DC wiki. Oh, we'll take it.
So, the advent of the Crisis on Infinite Earths led to the most tragic period in Chip's life, Sean. Now, this is where it gets bad. He served the Corps faithfully during the Crisis, and when the multiverse was collapsed into a single time continuity, if that confuses you, basically, there was a whole bunch of Earths, and then in 1985, DC decided, this is really dumb, there's all these different Earths where all these different versions, there's a multiverse going on. They just, slammed them all together in one big thing, and just, kept the histories that they liked and got rid of all the histories that they didn't like, so that everything was on the one Earth.
Which, honestly, for the 80s, that's a pretty clean way to do it. It's just they all crash together.
So it was Crisis on Infinite Earths, and so when the multiverse collapsed into a single time continuity, Chip discovered that in the current timeline, he was actually supposedly killed in an accident several years earlier, and his wife Minnie was married to his friend Dill. So in the universe, in the new Earth that they created, he had actually previously died, but he was still alive.
Is this like the kind of logic where, you know how Spider-Man is only apparently successful if he's single and 25? Is it that kind of logic, but with Chip? Where they're like, no, he has to be a bachelor just ready for anything. No.
He's riding everything. He cannot go out with the amount of women that are hanging off him there.
Set upon by eligible
and if
ladies.
They're not, he creates them. I suppose he could create them if he needed.
Now, let's get a Green Lanterns with a ring with a power thing. Such as that.
Nobody ever talks about this.
No one ever talks about it. But what happens there?
But there's got to be one of them that's a bit of a fucking dick.
There's one
a bit
fucking
of a slime
deviant
ball.
Green Lantern.
One little fucker. Not Sinestro. I'm talking they're a lantern.
Yeah,
and they're a...
You can be a hero, you can be a good guy, but you're into some stuff, you know. And
they have a few posts on the social medias that you're like, oh, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. Send a few texts late at night, you know, that kind of a lad.
Yeah. It's what do you do with them? Could they create a human? And then,
surely you can't create life with the Green Lantern ring.
Oh, it is very against the rules to create life, yes.
Yeah. But you could, there's other things you can make.
There's one evil fucker who's he's good enough to be a lantern, but he's a slime ball. He's not a lad you want to hang out with.
No, he's just kind of gross. You don't want to be around.
And it's kind of Kilowog, but it's not.
It's on a bad day, it's Kilowog, definitely.
I think it's Guy Gardner. If we're going to pick anyone, it's definitely Guy.
Is that the guy with the bowl cut?
Yes.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, 100%.
And so Chip realises that the only people that remember his existence are the Green Lanterns that he fought with during the Crisis, because he's been eradicated from history because he was meant to have died years earlier.
It's like the Sentry in Marvel.
A little bit. And so as a member of the Green Lantern Corps of Earth, Chip became good friends with Salak, Arigia and John Stewart. Although he initially was distrustful of Kilowog, he eventually came to love Kilowog, as we all do.
As we all do. Proclivities aside.
In one of the Corps' first adventures, Chip again encountered Dr. Ubix, who defeated the Green Lanterns using, this is my favourite, Ubix then comes back with his new weapon, Sean, the sucker stick.
Pardon? Did Kilowog enter the room?
The sucker stick, which does exactly what any MacGuffin is meant to do, in that it kind of does nothing but also everything. It stops time, it takes in a few souls, kind of keeps him steady, it keeps his body together in a sort of time multiverse kind of thing, but ultimately it's just kind of a stick that does whatever it needs to do.
Essentially a magic wand, I believe you're describing.
A little bit, but also not magic enough that he could use it to produce magic. Just magic enough that, like, after a while in the story, he eventually goes, ha ha ha, this stick also does this power that I've just come up with. And then everyone's like, okay, cool.
It's playing on the playground. No, sorry, I had a shield that I didn't tell you
I have
about.
a force field because of my sucker stick.
Yeah, it's you can't break the force field. Like, it's just, I have that.
So Ubix is the only other Hilvanite besides Chip that remembers the previous timeline. So Ubix now, Chip's greatest enemy, is the only person that actually remembers that he existed other than the Green Lantern. So that's kind of a cool little thing, that the person he hates the most,
is the
two
only one
of them
who...
are now kind of connected.
Yeah, that is kind of... That's kind with a better character. That's a really interesting plot point.
Yeah, and like so, like Ubix hesitate. Like Ubix is about to kill Chip, right? Mm-hmm. And he hesitates because to destroy Chip, he realizes that if he kills Chip, he'll destroy the only link he has to his previous life. And so he hesitates, and he broke his concentration long enough for the Green Lanterns to all get back up off the ground and could then continue beating the shit out of Ubix as they had all fallen, right? So he's about to kill Chip, and then he's like, wait, if I kill him, then there's nobody left that will remember me, because the Green Lanterns only remember him and they don't remember who I am.
So Chip is the only one in the universe who knows what Dr. Ubix has done and been through. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty... Yeah. I kind of feel bad for him now, but he did also genocide an entire planet, so... What are we doing here?
And unfortunately, though, after Chip confronts his old enemy, 101 again, Ubix's control of the sucker stick...
Forgot about the sucker stick, I'll be honest.
Like, genuinely, this... Like... I understand, and this is why we all really need to come together in Detective Vivian's discussion group and tell Kieran never to do this again, because I can see Kilowog coming down the line and he's chosen the worst one.
Kilowog's coming like a freight train, but this one...
I'm scared. So realising that Ubix was alone in the universe like himself, Chip used his ring to save his nemesis, and the two buried their differences and became friends, as they were the only two people left. Even though the conflict was solved without great consequences, Chip felt like he betrayed the Green Lanterns because he hadn't stopped the big evil person that they were there to stop, really.
Right. Yeah, but like how many members of various superhero teams used to be villains, you know? Like
I suppose.
Chip's not special is what I'm getting at here.
Chip is very... How dare you? So Chip, he returns to his home planet of Hjelmroos, and instead of accompanying the Green Lanterns back to Earth, he goes back there and just he decides that he doesn't want to be a Green Lantern anymore. And so, distraught, right? He goes back and his ring gets destroyed. His ring was... a lot of the rings were destroyed in the central power battery on Oa was destroyed, and that's what I think we touched on the Kyle Rayner report when all the rings got destroyed, and that's how he came into the equation, like in the late 80s. Chip was one of the few Green Lanterns whose ring was still functional. Distraught after failing to rebuild his life on Hjelmroos, Chip was about to kill himself, Sean.
What the fuck?
This is written in comic books.
This is cartoon Animal Planet.
Yeah. Yeah, no. His thing was, he was so distraught after going back and all the Green Lanterns are over, he couldn't rebuild his life on his home planet anymore because it'd been too many years that he'd been gone. He came back, nothing was the
Where's
same.
Where's his home anymore? He doesn't know.
Chip was about to hang himself
when
his friend, genuinely, that's in the fucking comic book, Sean.
A squirrel is just tying a fucking noose, like.
Yeah. And when his friend, Salak, the other lantern, appears and convinced him to live up to his responsibilities. Salak then remained on Hjelmroos as an advisor and even attended, and this is one of my favourites, the annual harvest and nut gathering with his friend.
They need to settle on how grim and gritty. Yeah, give me a vibe of what Chip's stories are meant to be.
So Chip veers violently between, I'm a cartoon squirrel, to, I'm literally going to, I am so fucking down the dumps, I can see no future in my life. Yeah, like this, like he has had,
but also, it's so, with another Green Lantern who doesn't find purpose in the Green Lantern Corps anymore but can't settle down on his home planet. That's an interesting story. But because it's Chip, it's utterly spoiled because he's terrible.
How dare you? So Chip eventually went into
Chip.
Come on. Chip eventually went into hibernation, reviving in time to sense the return of the Guardians and the rebuilding of the central power battery. So he goes into hibernation, and while he's there, they rebuild the power battery. So all the rings start becoming operational again, more rings start getting put out, the Green Lanterns become stronger. Chip and Salak travel to Oa to ask for their reinstatement into the Green Lantern Corps at this point. Because they're like, okay, the rings are working again. We'd like to be reinstated because we have nothing really to live for at the minute. And Chip's really struggling. Yeah,
we've got kind of a murder-suicide thing here going. So.
It's really rough around here, right? Salak was stationed at Oa while Chip and John Stewart were policing a world called Mosaic World, Sean.
Right.
So he gets the ring back and he goes off with John Stewart and they're policing the Mosaic World. Though you might know John Stewart from the Justice League cartoon.
Yes.
I think he's kind of everyone's, especially our age, their Green Lantern, because that's the Green Lantern that was on TV when we were growing up.
It's like the first exposure to Green Lantern for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I just say our age was John Stewart.
No, look, Hal Jordan's obviously the OG. He's the big one that you always go to.
True, but after your report, I think Kyle Rayner is my favourite.
I think Kyle Rayner is still my favourite as well. I do love Kyle Rayner. He becomes the White Lantern. Oh, it's so fucking good. He mix of all the colours, he has all the powers. He's no Chip though. While patrolling the road, there's this is. I'm just going to read this paragraph.
Okay,
right?
I'm with you.
And I'm on board. I want you to do this. We're still in the report. It's been a good time so far. Right? We've only had a few times where Chip has felt like he's been in the dumps. While patrolling the road, Chip encounters a being of red energy who blasts him. Right, this is one day he's just monitoring that area. John Stewart is not away at that day. He's kind of in a different location. Chip fights back, but with little effect to the red energy. He contacts John on his ring, but when John questions him about what he saw, Chip can't seem to say the words. Suddenly, a yellow truck approaches, and in a paddock, Chip is caught underneath its wheels. He manages only to tell John that he saw something red before dying.
He just gets hit by a truck.
I've known that was coming since the start.
Why? It would have been... This is a horrible thing to say, but it's a fictional character.
No, Sean, don't say what you're going to say.
It would have been...
better. If he'd stayed alive on Hjelmroos.
If he had just retired and got into the sunset.
A yellow truck hit him, because yellow is their weak.
Green Lanterns can't do yellow. Well, I've read that Batman comic where he has Robin paint the fucking house yellow.
I want to see. I think it's from All-Star Batman and Robin. I don't know what fucking year it is. But Batman invites Green Lantern over. And this is when Batman goes mad. He's like fighting all the Justice League, and Green Lantern turns up and is like, "Look, Bruce, like we're going to need to bring you in. Like you're a fucking loose cannon. Like you're a fucking lunatic."
Yeah.
And he brings him into a room, and he's had Robin paint the whole room all yellow. Like just Robin that morning was there with the fucking paint.
Yeah, like it's drawn. Like everything. He's just working away. Like,
but like everything in the room is yellow. Like the table, the chairs, the floor, the ceiling.
He's wearing a yellow bat suit. I think he's drinking lemonade as well.
He's drinking lemonade. And he's like, "I'm not going with you. I'm going to beat the shit out of you."
Yeah, and then Robin kicks him in the throat so hard that he like collapses his windpipe. It's hilarious.
Don't ask why the Green Lanterns are scared of yellow. They're star, okay? So Chip, he only lasted... And this is a sad day for us all. Look, we all just need to take a moment, look into the distance, just have a bit of a memory for Chip. First appeared Green Lantern Volume 2, January 1982. Last appeared Green Lantern Mosaic number 2, July 1992. 10 years.
10 years.
We had Chip with us too soon, really. He got hit by that truck.
Just hit by a truck just in space as well. Like he
was on a different planet.
Yeah.
And he got hit by a truck.
A school bus, effectively. Like a big yellow thing.
It could have been a yellow anything, but it was a truck, and it hit him, and he went underneath its wheel.
Like, was it an accident, or was it on purpose?
I don't know if it's ever explained.
Just Chip got hit by it. Do they mourn Chip at all?
I think they wanted to kill Chip because he shouldn't have been around that. He shouldn't have been created in the first place. And then when he was around, they had to do something with him. And then eventually they decided, no more Squirrel Green Lantern.
Honestly, probably made the right call. But I imagine just for a decade there was one writer who just fucking loved Chip. And then
they were just waiting for that writer to fuck off home.
Yeah, just like instantly, like he handed in his notice, they killed Chip.
The next day, he got killed by a fucking truck. It's like Homer, Itchy and Scratchy.
Yeah.
He went back to his home planet.
And died on the way. Just imagine him reading the next comic like the day after he retires. Just being like, oh, let's see what Chip gets up. Oh! Oh no!
Chip is my favourite character. During Blackest Night, Chip was actually resurrected, as we talked about, on Oa as a Black Lantern, but he was later killed by Guy Gardner, so ultimately got rid of by a dirtbag.
Guy got the kill. Jesus.
Guy got the kill. Yeah.
He got the final put down of Chip.
So powers and abilities of fucking Chip. Jesus Christ.
Good at gathering nuts, I suppose.
Being one of the worst characters ever created in comic books. But Chip is the bearer of the Green Lantern ring and one of the most powerful of the Green Lantern.
Fuck off, is he?
The ability
couldn't
to
even save his girlfriend.
Artificial intelligence. He can, through the ring, all the rings are connected to the central battery. Everyone's fucking connected in, so they can all kind of do the right thing. Communicator, costumes, energy projection, energy constructs, flight, phasing, power absorbing, recharging, wormholes and warps, healing, subroutines.
Couldn't heal from a fucking truck, though, could he?
All of those powers, and he can't. And he can't see a truck coming.
Weaknesses, looking both ways.
Weaknesses, the safety. Safe cross code. So he used to have time travel, but that's been retconned, and radiation, that also has been retconned. Weaknesses: mental incapacitation. The ring cannot be wielded correctly if the wearer is under the influence of drugs. Yellow impurity. So it's vulnerable to the colour of yellow for some reason. The ring also has to recharge It's like you charge your phone at night. They have to charge the ring while they're having a snooze.
Big lantern, you punch your fist into it and it gets more power.
Red lantern cores are also weakness. Bears the red rings have the ability to drain the green power ring of its energy. The ring of the blue lantern, however, has the ability to charge a green lantern ring or negate this negative effect. So they have loads of different colours. All of them came together in a much better character, Kyle Rayner. Really cannot stress enough how much better Kyle Rayner is.
How much of an example of a good Green Lantern character he is.
And my trivia is two things, Sean, and I think these are the best pieces of trivia. Hal Jordan gave Chip the nickname The Little Guy. That's pretty good.
Pretty cute.
Very good. And a rock group based out of Swansea in Wales was called Chip Run Roadkill after the Green Lantern Mosaic issue where Chip was killed.
I mean, that is quite an interesting fact, Connor.
So there's a band named after poor old Chip turned into Roadkill. Sean, what do you think of Chip as one of the greatest Green Lanterns ever made?
Look, I've been getting a lot of shit recently for doing terrible, ridiculous.
No, I think reports. Small Bones is the worst. I still
Shrunken
think
Bones, please.
Shrunken Bones.
His bones shrunk, nothing else did. But Chip is like actively he's just a bad. Like he adds Chip being there adds nothing to the Green Lanterns.
He's a cool little animal, and he's got a ring.
But you could do so many other cool animals that have a ring. Give me a duck with a ring, a shark. Duck. Yeah, both are good.
Both equally good.
Both equally dangerous.
Crocodile. I'm taking crocodile with a ring.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. How's he going to wear it though? He's got those crocodile fingers.
Well, you give him like a suit that gives him two legs.
Has there ever been a mouse that had a Green Lantern ring but he wore it like a belt? Do you think that's happened?
I feel like that's a different property.
What am I thinking of?
I think you might be thinking of Danger Mouse.
I'm thinking of Danger Mouse. No, sorry. Continue.
I think that might be the end of the report, in which I never want to cover this character ever again, and I'm really glad it's over.
Everyone send Connor your terrible character ideas.
You don't need to send Sean any of them, he comes up with them himself.
Yeah, I just make them up on the spot now, it's great. I just freestyle for half an hour.
You actually can't even tell.
There's imperceptible differences between the two.
We're looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow though.
Yeah, we can chat about favourite characters, dumbest characters, get ideas for Hero or Zeros. We'll rank all of the DC movies.
I'm actually going to rescind Kieran's invite. He's invited. I might take him off the invite list.
I'm going to invite him twice, so it's going to be fine. It's going to balance out in the long run.
Okay, good.
Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yes, please.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Hero or Zero. We will be back on Wednesday with Weird News Wednesday. Next Friday with another Hero or Zero. Back in April with an episode of Movies Monthly. And back tomorrow with the Heroes for Hire listener live show. So, as we were saying a couple of times, just message us if you want to get invited to that. If you're a Patreon, if the invite has already been sent to the email associated with your Patreon account. Other ways to support the show, we do have a merch store link below, heroesforhire.ie/shop. Buy yourself a mug, why not have a cup of tea? Twitter is at Heroes for Hire Pod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilman's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast, and the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Connor Lawler.
I've been Sean Meehan.
We shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.